I don't care how, I don't care why, I don't care when. Isagi cannot score. What's up, guys? Second with a pencil here. Fun fact, anything to have it on and keep it on at all times. And fun fact here. Come on now. We speak a lot. We speak every week. And honestly, with it being another just half a chapter, I want to see what I can do. I want to see if I can get it out in 15 minutes or less. So let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 346 of well, known as Full Bet Part 2. Let's see. I don't know if he'll trap or shoot right or left. It's a perfect 50-50 gamble duel. Kinda, sorta? I don't know. Like, I feel like 50-50s always have, like, an extra percentage or two of it's actually not a 50-50 shock war. Because whenever you're on defense, you're kind of either hoping you guess right preemptively and or your opponent doesn't outplay you. And obviously, Hugo is right. Isagi could possibly, like, it'd be a weird way or weird kind of timing to be on to actually, like, spin around and direct shot this bad boy. He does need to trap it. It's like, he's right on that front. But with the built-in 50-50, it really is like a built-in 55-45. Like, for example, in chess, something I played very recently with the boy. I won both games, thankfully, but I nearly sold the second game. But regardless, in chess, it's actually more common for white to win. Like, statistically, in terms of all the games that have been recorded and documented, white typically wins. Why is that? Because white moves first. It has the offensive advantage. And ultimately, while playing defense is fun, and you can be really, really good at defense, you're always reacting. And even if you're trying to plot ahead, you're technically trying to plot ahead for a reaction that you need to make. So, Hugo is in a 50-50, but, like, not exactly. He can still be right. Let's see. You keep talking about suitable destiny, but luck has nothing to do with suitability or talent. Oh, Mr. Yoichi. Rotato Trail. See that button? You see that button? You see that button? I'm gonna press X to doubt on that. Brother. My brother in beans. Yes, it does. When you first learned about luck, it was literally all about how it's the talent of the individual and specifically their skill that allows them to make use of luck. Utilizing luck is part of skill and understanding. You did that at the end of the U20 game. What do you mean it has nothing to do with suitability or talent? You wouldn't be in the scenario where you could utilize luck if it wasn't for your suitability and talent. What? 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 What is bro yapping? Like, I don't know. Y'all here, bro? Y'all here, bro? What's he talking about? Let's see. I'm making a roll credit. Let's see. I'm making a full bet, part 2, on my ego and destiny, as the guy who devours the best. And right now, that's you. Loki, man. Yo, fall off isn't just generational, it's multidimensional, bro. It's actually divine. Your fall off, it's gonna be studied in the history books, dog. Random, who's introduced just this game, now he's the biggest threat on the field. He's the number. That's crazy. Obviously, I know you'd argue, like, specifically, it's very specific to the context of the moment. And Isagi doesn't actually mean Hugo's a better player than Loki, yada, yada, yada. But regardless, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Though, still, this definitely does bring the point, right, of Isagi necessarily needing a number 1 to devour, implying heavily that he, at least at this current point, doesn't believe he can be number 1. Obviously, you can go layers into it, right? You can go layers into the idea of, like, number 1 of the moment doesn't always mean the actual number 1, right? Like, technically, in certain scenarios, well, Noah isn't even the best striker in the world. There are scenarios where Kaiser would be better, where Snuffy would be better, where other characters who are not, even Chris Prince, maybe, there are cases where they would be better. Lava Hina, all of them, Loki. But in certain moments, they transcend and become the greatest threat, the number 1. And maybe that's what he's going for, where he wants to be number 1 is in the sense that he's generally acknowledged as the number 1 striker, but he could simultaneously devour the other number 1s of the moment. If I had to hazard a guess, but let's see. Yikes. I love how all this is happening in, like, the 2 seconds the ball is rushing towards them. Let's see. This is Yoichi Isagi. Shido. Not right here, partner. Not right here. No, okay. Let's see. He's not. All of this is happening in two. I know. It's like it's anime time, but gosh darn it, man. How long is this ball taking? Let's see. He's nuts. Well, to be fair, you have to be a little bit insane. Just a tiny tad bit insane. Right. Let's see. Oh, and you know what though? I like how Hugo immediately is like, "Well, shoot, twin, let's do it." Like, admittedly, I think mainly because I'm a person like this is why I like it so much. Whenever I'm presented with something that does directly act as a counterpoint to my whole existence, my brain immediately does go, "Oh, okay, let's see what you do." Like, ultimately, that idea of wanting, like it really is an idea of wanting to be proven wrong. Like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Hugo, even in the face of something that denies his destiny, a person who actively denies his destiny, a person who he's been talking down on the entire game, when presented with this possibility, he's like, it's fear. Why should I feel fear? I'm excited, and I like it. Let's see. Okay, I respect that rebellious spirit. I accept your duel of luck. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I personally, I need Isagi to whiff. I need him to whiff. I need him to mess up. I really don't, I'll admit, I really don't like that luck thing, that luck comment he makes in the first page. I don't know. Is that just me? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I need to hit a fourth reread of Blue Lock. Luck does have to do with talent and suitability to some degree. If, like, Isagi, the whole reason you lost to Rin in second selection is because you weren't suitable and didn't have the talent at the time to take advantage of the luck that was presented to you. Right? Like, remember the one point where your teammate from the first chapter came and talked smack to you about how lucky you were? And then you immediately said, yeah, I utilized the luck that I attained from maximizing my skills within Blue Lock up to that point. Like, you said, what are you talking? What is bro yapping about? Let's see. I accept your duel of luck! Exclamation point. If I wait until he traps to react, I'll be too late. And okay, interesting. So even with Isagi's quote-unquote lackluster abilities and stats relative to a Hugo, there still are time frame. Ooh, and I like that too. I love seeing the gears and the puzzle pieces mix as they stand perfectly equal for the first time in a 50-50 battle, if you will. But I do like that Hugo, even with his amazing capacity for analyzation and reaction and all that, even still there are time frames where he just can't react to, right? Like there's almost nothing you can do. It's that split second, it's that frame perfect instant where like, oh, I whiffed. I guess that's jizzles. Let's see. I'll be too late. Tricks or cleverness won't work now. Right or left. It's a total 50-50, kind of, sort of. But let's see. But that, you know what though? That's the thing. It's all in the instant. It's all in the moment. I understand why he says tricks or cleverness won't work now. You do. There are some times where, and obviously as a fighting game player, I know this all too well. And to be fair, it's not exactly always a skill thing. Sometimes the monsters, the creatures inside me, they just speak to me and say mash. But there are times where you can't sit there and try to wait for a reaction. You do need to act preemptively. Sometimes you need to hit that button. Now, will you get blown up for it half the time? Yeah, more than half the time. Like 90% of the time. But don't be afraid to mash. That's not just in video games, but in real life. Don't be afraid to hit those buttons, bro. Let's see. It's a total gamble. Alright, luck. Gears. Puzzles. They're turning to meet each other. Okay, wait. It's a total gamble of destiny. I love how, okay. The perfect duality here. I love how locked in, straight focused Isagi is. You see the sweat dripping down his brow. You see the puzzle pieces breaking across his body. You see the air being exhaled from him. He's like so in the moment. And then you have Hugo, who is genuinely geeking and tweaking right here. Like, look, like that. Those are not the eyes of a man who's entirely sane in that moment. He is enraptured by the idea that this was a possibility. That the person he thought he had fully read, fully understood, fully comprehended, came to him and presented something that Hugo had brought up to him, right? Like, ultimately, it really is. And especially if Hugo does lose this interaction, which I think, like, even if I want Isagi to miss, I think narratively he kind of does have to win this interaction. He needs to leave here with something. I want to leave here with a goal or an assist, but, like, he's leaving here with something. But if he's going to leave here with something, I do like that he took everything that Hugo offered, understood it, analyzed it, said, well, you low-key spitting facts, Brody. But instead of relenting, he's like, okay, fine. You low-key spitting facts, Brody. Let me bust you wide open with what you said was the foundation of the team that I now run. Okay, it's all luck-based, luck this. And he's lucking this. So let's see. All right, ball. Trap. Hugo. No. But you know what, though? Unironically, I completely get why he did that. I completely understand why he did that. Because unless I'm mistaken here, the reason he went to Isagi's, what is currently Isagi's left, is because he was afraid of the right shot, right? Because ultimately he knows from all the data he's collected that Isagi has more power in his right foot. He's ambidextrous, but like ambidextrous. So in a way, this is still a calculated gamble within a calculated gamble. He read it, but on the assumption that Isagi wouldn't risk trying to shoot with his left. And obviously, this is still going to be like a very tight moment. Isagi flicking it up like this still is going to require him to essentially hit a full 180. And obviously, I don't think Hugo will be able to react in time now. He's committed, right? And anyone who isn't a monster, a beast, a creature, an animal, it's very hard to just pivot instantaneously off one foot. So Isagi's gonna have to do that though. But he's in mid motion. But yeah, it looks like Hugo did read wrong, and this is kind of the thing that I believe needed to happen narratively. I still want him to tie, but in terms of the thing that I do believe needed to happen narratively, Isagi did need to get one over on Hugo. I don't like, and I'd honestly want to see the original translations on this. I still don't really like this statement. This is the one thing that's souring the chapter for me so far, that have the chapter. Suitable destiny, but luck has nothing to do with suitability or talent. That doesn't match what the series has told us, which almost makes you want to believe that this is mistranslated. I doubt it. I don't know. I think it's just wrong. This is very weird. Let's see. Jeez, look at the vein popping out that boy. Why? But all right. So traps the ball off his left. Oh wait, is that his left? Hold on, am I dumb? Because it's a split spread. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, no, huh? No, that looks like it's his. Oh no, that is his right. Okay, wait a minute. He traps it off his right. Right, but still that works. He traps it off his right, so he can pivot back onto the right foot and shoot with the left, I'm guessing. But yeah, he debated Hugo deviously and dangerously. Renoir, I need you to catch this shot, bro. You call one, I need you to catch another, please. Let's see. Left. I was wrong. Yes. And to be fair, I cannot blame. Ooh, and look at that. Look at the pivot there. Traps it off the right. Flicks it. Sky flicks it. Not sky flicks it. I'm not sure what the term is called, but flicks it. Immediately pivots onto that same right foot that he just trapped the ball with in order to plant it for the lefty shot. Delicious. And putting the hand on Hugo to be like, yeah, go ahead right on over there, right there, buddy. Go ahead and spread it for me. But all right, left, I was wrong. Yes, indeed, Hugo. Yes, indeed. I hope Loki stops it. I need someone to stop the ball. Please, someone stop the ball. Boom. Yep. I win, Hugo. You would have tied. I say would have because I'm really hoping he doesn't score. But you would tie. And there's no overtime in these games. Brother. I mean, like, to be fair, you did way better than I expected. Honestly, I still think too good. I will, obviously, once France is actually over, I will make a final My Thoughts video on France as a whole. But, like, but I win, Hugo. Bow to my luck. I know what he means, especially in the weird context that this chapter explains luck in. But that's not, I don't know. I've never, and it's funny because I play card games, right? Like no doubt, I do play card games. So there definitely are aspects of it where it is all down the line. Especially in my earlier days, like I've recently gotten heavy into Magic, right? And when I first played Magic, whenever I won against my homie, that was pure luck. I got better card draw, understood the game a little better, and he was very forgiving to me. But now I can say, okay, no, I actively, you know, I have a meta with the decks I have. I can play, and like I have skill expression now, and I'd always rather win by skill expression and like building. Don't get me wrong, a win is a win, right? Like we understand, love, and live by that philosophy. But I would never want to like tell somebody, especially someone who I viewed as great or someone I viewed as a threat, that'd be like, yeah, I couldn't overcome you with my own innate ability. Like, especially like that sounds so pathetic. I'm not like, man, I'm really hating on this first line. But you keep talking about suitable destiny, but luck has nothing to do with suitability or talent. Isagi, you're literally bullying yourself down to what your friend said you were. A luck merchant. Bow down to my luck. My suitability or talent didn't matter. I'm just lucky. That's like a real, and now I extra hope he fails. I hope because I hope he's just wrong on that. And don't get me wrong, I still don't fully agree with suitable destiny, but like, bow down to your luck? Well, that sounds so bummy. Let's see. My destiny lost in this one interaction, Hugo, and I hope they still don't win or tie. Oh yeah, I guess he saw he was playing the score. I thought he was setting up for Rin. But, okay. Here's Rin. I mean, I guess he had to do something. Okay. Jeez. Brody really is mutating, dog. Where are your arms? Where are they? Let's see. And he saw you. Yeah. I don't think this will be a goal. Let me finish the chapter, and then I'll talk about what my M thoughts are. But Rin appearing does make sense. I and others were calling this, but it looks like Isagi wasn't ready for it. Yeah, he's completely caught off guard here. This is very akin to when I believe it was, I forget which game it was. Was it PXG? Was it PXG or was it Ubers? When Isagi and Kaiser did a double goal. At least I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here. Isagi's mid-shooting motion. Let's see. You thought you could escape, Isagi. You don't get to leave me behind. Rin is Super Shido, in the sense that Rin will be allowed to do things, so Shido's never. Let's see. Huh? Rin. Oh? Okay. Flow, Predator Eye? I'll obliterate you. Shut it, you freak. This is my goal. Yep. Alright, so they went with a double shot. That's the end of the chapter. I'm gonna do this. This is genuinely the closest a bluelock chapter has ever been to unworthy for me. That's how, and I know it's gonna sound insane, right? Actually, you know, I'm Mr. Peak Lock, and never misses. And technically, this, I wouldn't call this a miss, but this is a solid 6 out of 10. I like the art is like, I'm not gonna shock horror. Yusuke Nomura is a monster beast creature of the. I'm not gonna anti-glaze the art. The art's immaculate this chapter, but very specifically, the writing in this chapter feels very like this whole, like, and I know I keep going back to this first page. Maybe like pencil's not that deep, but no. If it were just the first page, maybe. But the whole focus is the idea of luck and how luck can overcome destiny, and very specifically, Isagi being like bowed down by luck. It just feels weird. And it doesn't fit how Isagi has understood luck, and how we, through Isagi and Ego, and everyone else has understood luck throughout the entire narrative, where luck only matters and only appears because of the culmination of the talent and abilities and suitability you've obtained up to that point. And with this entire chapter being about that, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, because it makes Isagi feel very much like a irreproducible. It doesn't feel like Isagi could reproduce this goal, and that's one of the whole points of Blue Lock, like consistently being able to reproduce a goal. If you're going to rely on luck, which is an external factor, I don't think that really makes sense. I don't like how it's characterized here. The one thing I'm hoping for is that they miss. That collectively they miss, because Isagi's wrong and Rin is wrong. That this idea of conflict in the moment fails them. because Isagi didn't fully consider everything. He played like I want now. If we're gonna really say, oh, Isagi's a luck merchant to extreme doom and despair, then make his luck, the thing that he focused and gambled everything on, be the very same reason that his ignorance of Rin, rather than taking into account, causes him to lose the game. Sure, we can chalk it up to it being Rin's fault all we want, but if Isagi had been paying attention and rationalized Rin's inclusion into the game, which he realistically should have, then this wouldn't have happened. He would have been able to do better. And I think that's what this means to be. I still want Japan to lose. No doubt about that. But I especially want Isagi to, like, I don't want him to, I feel like this is a really weird way to reward him. I'm fine with him just getting the dub over Hugo. That's fine enough. And obviously, Hugo's still better. We're not gonna sit here and have these conversations. Hugo still hasn't sweat this entire chapter. I know, and not this entire chapter, this entire match. I know sweat scaling, yada yada. But regardless, I hope they fail. I hope they fail because this doesn't feel right. And I know it's at best a tie, but I don't even want them to tie. Stop honestly, I would love it if they just whiff. Like, ultimately, Isagi's more direct shot nature and Rin's instinct to curve, like, literally sends the ball over the goal, and they just mess up. Like, that'd be a really, really crazy way to end the game, but that could work. Or have Loki stop it, so Loki can actually, be established as some sort of a threat. Please. Something. Anything but them score. Anything, please don't let them score. But regardless, if you made it in this video, please do me a favor and leave Destroyer King in the comment section down below. When I think this was watching, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure it's that least notification so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also even to have a page down below. Use me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those books include live reactions to other series I have to review. I do reactions to all my videos, early ad free access to all my videos, early ad free access not just all my videos on the main channel, but on the second channel that called Reaction. Link to the description down below, along with a link to my Twitch where I stream every Friday 8 p.m. EST. On top of that, I do have links to my Ko-fi down below where you draw 5 views a short video, 20 minutes long video, or any views at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now I want to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dagger the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Redwolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, J2MA, Buddha Ura, Yuki Ally, Grim, Ollie, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Tim Thomas, Kaving, RXN, Dead Meme, Kian Stewart, Edwin Igbinova, Straw, Antavius Mitchell, Super Flame Zero, Weary Exile, Alex Kenny, Todd, The Practical One, Landon Clapwick, Heath Nelson, CAET, Plant Crone, Brandon Payne, Multi-Batman Superman, Zalim, Sleepin' John, The Young Family, Pastel Pandora, Mo City King DKG, Akolade Babatunde, Union Eye, Athenzi Shear, Sino King, CCC, Enzo, Kitty Liddy, Axis XC, Praise the Sun, Magic, Andrine Bonnet, Scion, John Malcolm, Black Doctor Strange, Donovan McIntosh, at JDog2656, Aswin Hedi Presetia, Sheesh King, Yo Extras, and AZ Void. Then I'd even thank you to our line art tier patrons: Dread Zoen, Kevin Encarnacion, Lucas Stace, Midnight Lord 21, and Sean. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our Ink tier member, Shrimpo the Fourth Shrimp 06. And I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier member, Jay Warrior. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our colored art tier patrons, Walkie Munoz and Walkie Munoz.